6. Franz Beckenbauer, the Emperor of Defense. Most players on this list are attackers. But to understand greatness, you have to respect the man who reinvented the role of a defender, Franz Beckenbauer. Known as Der Kaiser, Beckenbauer turned defending into an art, glided out of the back with the ball, and basically created the modern sweeper, ball-playing center-back role. For Germany, he won the World Cup as a player in 1974, and later, as a manager in 1990, a rare double. For Bayern Munich, he won 3 consecutive European Cups in the 1970s, dominated the Bundesliga. Beckenbauer showed that defenders didn't just have to kick the ball away. They could build attacks, control tempo, and lead like quarterbacks. When you see today as modern center-backs stepping out with the ball from Piqué to Ramos to Van Dijk, you re-seeing Beckenbauer's influence. 5. Cristiano Ronaldo, the machine of consistency. Now we enter the very top layer of football history. Cristiano Ronaldo is not just a player. He is a system, a lifestyle, a mentality. Starting as a skinny winger at Sporting Lisbon and Manchester United, Ronaldo transformed himself into one of the most complete goal-scoring machines the game has ever seen. He became Manchester United's main man under Sir Alex Ferguson, moved to Real Madrid and turned into the club's all-time top scorer, dominated the Champions League with multiple titles, won league titles in England, Spain, and Italy, and lifted the European Championship with Portugal in 2016. Plus the Nations League in 2019. Ronaldo built his career on relentless work ethic, incredible physical condition, big game mentality. Headers, free kicks, tap-ins, long shots, volleys, he scored in every possible way. People may argue where he ranks exactly, but no one can deny his insane consistency over nearly 2 decades at the very top of the game. 4. Diego Maradona, the god of Naples. If football had a movie character, it would be Diego Maradona. Flawed, emotional, human, but unbelievably gifted. Maradona's peak was so high that it feels almost unreal. At the 1986 World Cup, he scored the legendary goal of the century versus England. Running from his own half, scored the infamous Hand of God in the same match. Carried an average Argentina team all the way to the trophy. At Napoli, he became more than a player. He became a symbol. With him, Napoli won their first ever Italian league titles, stood up against the powerful northern clubs, and turned into a European force. Maradona's life was chaotic. Off the pitch, he struggled with addiction and pressure. But on the field, he was a magician who could win games all by himself. He didn't just play for teams. He played for entire cities and countries. 8. Pelé, the original king, long before social media, before HD cameras, before global marketing. There was Pelé. For many, he is still simply the king. Playing for Santos and Brazil, Pelé won 3 World Cups, 1958, 1962, 1970. A record that still stands, scored over 1,000 career goals, including friendlies, became the first true global football superstar. At just 17 in the 1958 World Cup, he scored in the semifinal and twice in the final. The world watched a kid destroy grown men with skill, speed, and composure. Pelé could dribble, pass, head, finish with both feet. He was a complete forward before that term became popular. Yes, football was different in his era. Defenses were less organized and tactics were simpler. But he took the game from local stadiums to global television, turning football into a worldwide language. 2. Lionel Messi. The little giant for many fans today, Lionel Messi is the greatest to ever touch a football. From the streets of Rosario, Argentina to the bright lights of Barcelona, Messi's story is almost like a fairy tale. A child with growth hormone issues, picked up by Barcelona, who then grew into the heart and soul of one of the greatest teams ever. With Barcelona, Messi won multiple Champions League and La Liga titles, became their all-time top scorer, delivered decade after decade of magic. But for years, one question followed him. Can he do it for Argentina? In 2021 he answered, winning the Copa America. And in 2022 he completed the dream, leading Argentina to World Cup glory, scoring in the final and lifting the trophy that had escaped him for so long. Messi is a playmaker and a scorer in one body, able to dribble past 5 players, drop deep to create, and still finish moves like a pure striker. He doesn't shout much. He doesn't dive into controversies. He just lets the ball talk and the ball speaks poetry. #1. Why there's nitrogen monoxide single best, but a shared throne. Now here's the twist. You might be waiting for me to declare one player as the absolute greatest of all time. Is it Pelé? Is it Maradona? Is it Messi? Is it Cristiano? The truth is, football has changed so much across the decades that comparing players is almost like comparing different sports. Pelé played with heavy balls and less protection. Maradona played with brutal tackles and almost no sports science. Messi and Cristiano play with extreme fitness levels, tactical systems, high press, data, and technology. Each era has its king. If you love raw emotion, chaos, and drama gives, you might pick Maradona. World Cup dominance and early greatness gives, you might choose Pelé. Insane consistency and physical power gives, Cristiano Ronaldo might be your GOAT. Complete all-round play, magic, and World Cup plus club success gives, Messi might be your #1. So instead of one king, think of a royal table of football. Pelé, Maradona, Messi, Cristiano. Surrounded by legends like Cruyff, Beckenbauer, Ronaldo Nazário, Zidane, Ronaldinho, and many more. Football is not about one answer. It's about stories, emotions, and memories. #1. Oh, Ronaldinho. The smiling magician. Before TikTok skills and Instagram highlights, there was one man making the whole world smile with a football, Ronaldinho. He didn't just play football, he danced with it. From his days at Barcelona, Ronaldinho turned every game into a street show. No-look passes, elastical skill moves, free kicks that bent like crazy, and that permanent smile on his face. He won FIFA World Cup with Brazil in 2002, Ballon d'Or in 2005, Champions League with Barcelona in 2006. But more than trophies, Ronaldinho inspired an entire generation. Kids didn't just want to win like him, they wanted to enjoy football like him. He may not have the longest peak, but his influence changed how attacking football looked in the 2000s. Fast, free, unpredictable, and joyful. #9. Zinedine Zidane, the elegant general. If football had a definition for class, it would be Zinedine Zidane. He wasn't the fastest. He wasn't the strongest. But given the ball, and everything slowed down. Zidane's first touch was like a magnet. The ball just stuck to his feet. He won the World Cup in 1998 with France, won the European Championship in 2000, scored 2 goals in a World Cup final, and later, as a Real Madrid player, scored one of the greatest Champions League final goals ever, that famous left-foot volley versus Bayer Leverkusen in 2002. Zidane could control big games like very few players in history. Whether for Juventus, Real Madrid, or France, when the pressure was highest, Zidane looked the calmest. Yes, his career had drama, including that famous headbutt in the 2006 World Cup final. But even that moment shows how emotional and human he was, a genius with the ball.